Jake Paul wants in the UFC. Is this happening?
It's okay. So what's
No, hold on.
happening is
Sorry. I have to cut you off. I have to cut you off because I don't know where you're going to go, but I definitely want you to answer that. But should he be in the UFC? I have to start there because he's not a boxer, right? So should he?
no, no,
No.
he should not.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
No, he should not,
I
because
knew you were going to
boxing,
say that. I knew you were going
well,
to say
boxing, listen, boxing involves your feet at some level,
that.
but not at the level of MMA fighting. And if
All
you're
right.
not accustomed to fighting using your feet in MMA, it's going to be very difficult to win matches unless you have ridiculous knockout power like
Right.
Kimbo Slice. And we all saw what Kimbo Slice's career was like. It wasn't very successful once he got in MMA, and he could knock motherfuckers out. So Jake Paul, what's happening is he gave a proposition to Dana White pretty much because he's unhappy with the conditions of, the MMA fighters. For some reason, this is his thing. And he agreed that he will retire if Dana White agrees to these conditions. So it
Condition.
involves like, huh?
The conditions were.
I don't have them in front of me. They're in the article. Do you have them? They're in the Twitter article.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
There's like one tweet. There's a tweet that he does.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, it's an Instagram post.
No, that's the Dana White video. No,
Oh,
no, no.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
further down. It's further down. It's just written. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Happy New Year, Dana White. Here is a real challenge for you. I will immediately retire from boxing and fight George Masvidal. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah,
Masvidal.
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 Masvidal. That was it. That was it.
All right. In
Nice,
the
nice.
UFC, if you agree to, oh, here we go. Okay, increase minimum fighter pay per fight to 50K. It's 12K now. Guarantee UFC fighters 50% of UFC annual revenues. Wow. 1 billion in 2021. This guy's like the Rosa Parks in this shit. Provide long-term health care to all fighters. You previously said brain damage is a part of the gig. Imagine the NFL said that. There are many UFC alums who have publicly said they are suffering from brain damage. I got to be honest with you. I'm not finding any fault in anything he's saying so far. Let's keep going. You have 5 days to accept and to implement the above, March 31, 2021. Once implemented, I will immediately retire from boxing, enter USADA, and agree to a one-fight deal with UFC to fight week Chin George. To all the UFC fighters, time to take a stand and create value for yourselves and peers. And you deserve higher pay. You deserve long-term health care. And above all, you deserve freedom. Support each other. I am not your enemy. I am your advocate who selfishly wants to knock out a few of you to make some big bank. Um, I don't like Jake Paul, but if what he's saying is accurate, this is not a bad thing.
Dog, it's a business, man. The UFC is a business, and yes, you want to be fair to all the people that are in there, but at the end of the day, what is the purpose of an MMA fighter? It's to fight. It's to get punched in the face. It's to get kicked in your gut. I don't know how anybody would enter into a career like that and not anticipate that they might come out of it with some kind of brain damage. Like, you made the decision to enter into this career. This was your choice. You know what I mean? That's why it's confusing to me when fighters want to talk about the brain damage or the CTE or whatever else happens after. In other sports, obviously there is a reason to talk about those type of things because it's not part of the sport. The main purpose is not to get punched in the face unless you play hockey. And even that has been reduced a little bit, but still active from what I hear. I don't know why, but it is. So when you engage in something or participate in something where the purpose is to get hurt or hurt somebody else, stop complaining about that. As for the pay, you get paid based on what you draw. If you draw a big crowd, you're going to get paid more. If you show up to a fight and there's fighters who draw crowds of 50 people versus crowds who people versus fighters who draw crowds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, you cannot pay all those fighters equally. There's going to be differences of pay. And to make the minimum something that the average fighter is getting, you can't do that. It's just business wise.
Do you think who's the highest paid fighter in UFC right now? Off the top of your head, if you know.
I couldn't honestly, I
Okay,
couldn't
fine.
guess.
Viewing
I couldn't
public,
guess.
viewing public comments. I asked that question to say that person, do you think they have one problem with what Jake Paul said? And they're making the most.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
So you raise really good points. It's like if you're a firefighter, well, expect to possibly get burnt. If you're a cop, expect to get shot. If you're a cook, expect to, have somebody send the food back. It's just, it's part of it. It's going to happen. But at the same time, doesn't mean you can't strive for better. I think a pretty good example of that is, well, us. I mean, if we didn't strive for better, we might be, oh man, River, like LGBTQ, women's rights. Just because it is what it is doesn't mean it can't. First of all people, man, I wish I just had infinite access to our video content. But like we named the video some weird titles sometimes. But like you were saying something about the police force getting better and we need more black people on the force to change things. And you were so optimistic. And it's just crazy how you could be so optimistic in one area of things, but just so pessimistic in another.
Yep, that's how I move.
Oh, I get it.
That's how I move. That's how everybody moves in life. That's generally how things work. You're optimistic with something and you're pessimistic with something else. It depends on what point of view we're talking about it from, man.
I think this is good. I don't know what else to say. I think this is great.
I baffled you with that one.
You really did it. But well, yeah, you did, because I'm pretty much either on the optimistic side or on the pessimistic side. And that's just kind of like, if I think something is possible, period, then okay, I gotta find some sort of
possibility. Sorry, man. When it comes to sports like this, like fighting especially, my mentality will always be the same. If you want to get paid more, bring more people to your fight. Find a way to get more people into your fight, man. It's just like real estate. You want to make more money, sell more houses.
Fine, there's certain give industries, these guys some insurance.
Certain industries where you go into, man, if you want it, you got to work for it, unfortunately.
Give these guys some insurance. I don't disagree on that part, but give these guys some insurance.
If you're getting paid minimum $12,000 a fight, you can get some insurance, man. I'm pretty sure you can get yourself some insurance.
That's crazy to me.
How is that crazy? How is that crazy?
Because
there's people making less there's regular people working office jobs making less than these fighters who are getting $12K a fight, but they're still making less than these people in a year who have insurance. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, it's funny that you said that. You're right. Some office jobs, some companies do not provide their employees with insurance.
And they get their own. They have their own insurance. They have life insurance. They have health insurance, dental insurance.
But those office jobs are office jobs. They're not duking it out and having fight night over at Ronnie's.
Once again, I go back to what I said earlier, man. You choose the career, you understand what comes with it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm not going to provide you insurance for something where you're getting punched in the face. That's just dumb business decisions. Come on. That's a dumb business move. Come on. That's a dumb business move.
Well,
that's what you want to do. Give insurance to people who are getting kicked in their face. That's what you want to do.
Business-wise, it is stupid, because if you are looking for even just life insurance and you sit down with a life insurance broker, they're going to talk to you about your lifestyle, what you do. Are you a high risk? And if you are, they might actually turn you down. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm just talking about fair. But
yeah, well, you're also talking about the real world.
Me and Jake Paul are the only
talking about the real world. Talking about fair. This guy's talking about fair.
I can't believe me and Jake Paul are on the same side. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? Huh? Are you
gonna get his hair? You should get your hair done like him.
Maybe. Are you a callous monster? Huh? Are you a callous monster?
What?
Or
I love the way you find ways to fire shots without. Okay.
Yeah. Or I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Dana.
Yeah. Okay, man.
And you. But are you a callous monster, or do you believe in fair is fair? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is obviously going to go nowhere.